Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, ooh,
Oh my
yeah.
God, I hate you.
Unique B, what's up, girl?
Not much. How you doing?
Unique B, let me tell you something.
What's going on?
Last week, you had a different hairstyle with the
Oh,
hoop earrings and you was killing it. This week, you got a different hairstyle with the hoop earrings and you killing it again. How you doing, girl? You all right?
I am good. How are you?
Man, everything is everything unique. So those videos because I know you be dropping them videos from the Broke BTCH podcast. You be dropping
Mm-hmm.
them videos. I
Mm-hmm.
had a crazy week. Yeah, but I'm gonna sit down with them videos tomorrow and today, and I'm gonna give you feedback on them. And also, when you get time, shoot me the GoFundMe because you say the lady
Sure.
had the cousin who got shot in the back 48 times,
Times, right?
and
Four
and
dozen
and
times.
and that's ridiculous. And I think that in situations like that, we have to in situations like that when people are done unjust. Now I'm pro-black, but
Right, right, right.
we have to be human, and we have to care for each other as a people,
Agreed.
and it makes sense to come together and kind of lift each other up if we all dealing with the same thing. But
Right.
outside of that, hey, my
I
people.
know.
But how
I
was
mean,
your
we
week?
have to
Mm-hmm.
we have to support one another,
Absolutely.
especially when we can, whether you've been through it or not, you can definitely empathize because you either know someone who's been through it or you see it happening so often
Mm-hmm.
that we eventually have to say we need to come together and support one another because that is definitely important.
Absolutely. And getting shot in the back 48 times, I wouldn't wish that on my
It's
enemy.
unnecessary. It was definitely overkill, and the fact that the police department really doesn't. I mean, the fact that the family actually has to have a lawyer to even defend this.
Mm.
Because I mean, not to get on that because I know that's not what we're discussing today, but quickly, had there been a white guy shot that many times, settlement would have been done. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we were wrong, and this is what it is. But we're just gonna go hush mouth, and then we're gonna drag you to court, and we're gonna keep it. I don't want to talk about that. Oh, they've been subpoenaed for documents, still not coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but we feel that this family is going to run out of money, so this will go away. No, we can't. And when there are situations like that where we see things that we know are targeting, our black and our brown people, and it's done in such a way because they feel like we won't fight, that's the time that I really feel that we all need to rally around each other and say no, an injustice to you is an injustice to me because it could be me tomorrow. So
Mm.
I think that the support is definitely important.
Absolutely. Absolutely, family. So we gonna make sure that we get behind that and we gonna kind of lift that up the best way that we can because that's horrible. But
So that.
unique. Speaking of targeting black people, I heard you say targeting black people.
Mm-hmm.
This past week, I got a text from my homeboy that said that Minister Farrakhan was banned from Instagram and Facebook. And what I immediately did was I immediately searched for an article to give me more information on that
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a Farrakhan guy. I don't practice fruit of Islam. I'm not there, but his beliefs as far as black people coming together, building your own stores, putting your money together, I'm on that. I'm on
Mm-hmm.
that. And I remember 5 years ago defending Farrakhan to people, and people looked at me like I was nuts. But now, after the whole Nipsey Hussle thing, and after, now Farrakhan's starting to make sense to black people. And I'm like, well, God, where y'all didn't? Okay, I guess it takes one of us being murdered, for y'all to open y'all eyes, or multiple black people getting murdered for y'all to open your eyes. But whatever. Where were you mentally when you heard that Minister Farrakhan was banned from Instagram and Facebook?
I wasn't surprised.
Mm-hmm.
The Muslim rapper Neelam, I like her. And she posts a lot of things that are pro-black, uplifting to the community, trying to educate you on things that are being done. And her page was actually blocked. And
Oh wow.
anyone, it was for 2 days. And anyone who had liked a comment, there was a post that she had put out. And anyone who had liked it, they blocked her. So one of my pages was locked for 48 days behind that as well. So, I mean, I'm not shocked. Louis Farrakhan, I feel, kind of always pushed the envelope and made people uncomfortable. People don't like being uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
They just don't. So I believe that the people who are actually in control, especially when you see that these things are coming to pass, kind of like they did with Dr. Sabaj. I think Louis Farrakhan is just harder to get to.
Oh yeah, because you got them brothers with them suits on, and they ain't playing with you.
I hate you. The brothers in the suits.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna let you get back to your point. I went to see David Banner. I went to go see David Banner at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, and I also went to go see the good brother Dr. Boyce Watkins at the Shrine. And they believe, you know, instead of hiring like, you know, policemen, let's get the fruit of Islam involved. That's their protection. Them brothers was standing up there with them suits, and they was vigilant, and whoever wanted the trip, they had some fun. And it was just a good visual to see these strong black men, these protectors that will put something on your behind if you touch one of ours. And that's who be standing behind my boy Farrakhan when he's there doing this thing. You know?
Absolutely. You need that. And that's how the Nation of Islam was built. It is all about support. I do like, you don't always have to agree with all of the teachings, but as far as the formation and the roles and people knowing where they stand and in defense of, I think it's a pretty good, like you say, them boys in them suits.
Yeah.
But those women are right behind them just as strong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's a good setup.
You know what? Minister Farrakhan, my guy. The good brother Snoop Dogg came to his defense, and he was like, look, I stand behind Minister Farrakhan. Everybody post a Minister Farrakhan video, and y'all can get me out the paint if you want to. Get rid of my Instagram, my Facebook. Now, the thing that makes that interesting is, you know, Snoop is making all these corporate deals. He got a show on TNT. He working with Martha Stewart and all that. And just looking at my guy Snoop being in defense of Minister Farrakhan, I'm wondering, are they gonna try to take endorsements from Snoop? Are they gonna try to shut his shows down?
You know what? I think that Snoop has, for some reason, I'm sorry, I have a son that just won't leave me alone.
I know, it's all good.
You lucky yours not walking yet. Go. So, I think that Snoop, for some reason, has kind of gotten away with everything kind of unscathed. Even with that, what was that video with the white drunk girls or whatever?
No, I think he had a video where he was shooting Donald Trump or something like that.
Oh, yeah, fuck Donald Trump. So, no, he used to do the videos with the college girls or whatever with that guy. And they said, oh, he's a womanizer and this, and that. He said, no, I'm not. These white bitches put it in their own thing. So, just gonna get a check. And people still bought it. People were still looking at the videos. It's something about Snoop. I don't know if it's the way that he carries himself or anything. I think that he has the type of mentality that even if they wanted to go and pull it, wouldn't make him any difference because he's going to stand firm on what he said. So,
and you know what? I think that's how we all have to be, and that's why for a cat like myself, Minister Farrakhan he represents this symbol of this fearless black man, right? That's how we all should be. I don't like cats who play it safe. I'm not gonna say I don't like them, but it's really disheartening to watch black men kind of play it safe because I got to protect my money. I mean, just like your boy Steve Harvey, huh? It goes back to a conversation that me and you talked about that Steve Harvey and Monique said. And remember, she said, at what cost? You know,
right.
Having integrity is important. Now, I will say this, Unique. When I read some of the comments that my guy, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan made, and I know he makes these type of comments. He said that the Jews were the ones who attacked that set up the 9/11 attacks. He said that Hitler was a good man. and then reading those comments, I said, ooh, okay, that is why they would snatch you off of Instagram and Facebook, because we don't own these platforms.
Right.
As much as I believe a lot of these things he says, we don't own these platforms. So if you're attacking one of theirs, of course they're gonna take you off. Now that's just like if I had my own platform that I created from the ground, and somebody's attacking one of mine, man, we getting you out the paint, man. We getting you. You not finna stay on this platform doing that. So if I'm being logical, I'm saying I understand why they removed him. But
so when do we remove Trump?
When we have enough power to do it. Right now, we don't have no power. And I'm talking about black people. Because
Trump and many others have gone on and made racial comments and said all of these negative things. Yet, you supposed to be running the world. You called a group of racist fine men that attacked people. What was that? South Carolina, North Carolina, when that march was going on. So he's still there. So okay, Farrakhan said some things, but Farrakhan has always said some things. But Farrakhan is also not the leader of the free world. And it starts at the top. People want to pick and choose when they want to defend. And I'm not just saying that just for them. I'm saying that even in our own culture, we pick and choose when we want to decide what is right and what is wrong. And we have to get on a page where there is no gray. Right is right, wrong is wrong. So I don't think that Farrakhan should be removed. But what you fail to realize is that removing him only brings more interest, especially to people who are more of an extreme type. Right? So he may not be able to do it directly, but I've seen a lot of Farrakhan stuff going around, especially within the last few days. It's not going to die. You're not going to quiet it, because at the end of the day, the word is the word. It's kind of like, like some people with their religion. Whether it's passed down verbally, we post videos, you can obtain it from different areas. So just blocking him is not going to stop anything, period.
Absolutely. Now, as black people, I heard you say, when are we going to remove Trump? We have to, number one, we black people, we have to realize we have power, right? Because we have it, but we don't know it, or we're not. Our minds aren't shifted to focusing on what we could do with that. We're more concerned with, I don't know, being interested in things that don't involve our empowerment.
Say that. Because I don't think it's that black people don't know they have power. I don't think it's that brown people, whoever, don't know that they have power. It's what you choose to do with that power. It's the energy in which you choose to put things. So we have to learn that we need to put that energy elsewhere.
Absolutely.
In things that will long run benefit us, as opposed to this short-term thinking that we've kind of come up with. If you think about it, it's been a cycle. And when people are telling you, you have to do better, you can do this and you can do that, you look at, oh, that's going to take how long? But why? I'm good. So we all have to break that cycle and get out of that mentality. Period.
And not only that, we have to think about our kids. I may not benefit from the change that's gonna come, but I got a daughter coming up, man. I don't want her dealing with the same mess that I'm having to deal with. So I think that people don't pay attention to that long-term benefit. You know,
I
we
agree.
rather, like you said, we want that instant gratification.
Gratification.
But you know, shout out to my guy Farrakhan, man. I support him. I still practice, you know, a lot of the teachings that he puts out there. I'm not fruit of Islam. He and you know what's funny? When I was growing up, I remember the Arsenio Hall show was canceled because he invited Farrakhan on there. Arsenio Hall invited Farrakhan on there. Next thing you know, ain't no more
Out there.
Arsenio
Yeah.
Hall show. But
Right.
that's because when you put black people out here and they telling the truth and they have the power to get black people to mobilize, it becomes a threat. It becomes a problem. So white people, we see you, we know what you're doing, and we're not done. You know, and some of us choose to, you know, you got some of us who gonna kind of, oh, I don't wanna ruffle any feathers. I just wanna, but then you got some of us that's like, nah, fam, we gonna buck the system and see what we could do with that, man. So shout out to my guy, Minister Farrakhan. But I tell you what, Unique, speaking of bucking the system,
Go for it.
I was looking on Instagram, you know, just scrolling through Instagram, and I saw that the Miss USA lady had natural hair, and that was a big deal, right? And what else were you telling me? It was a young USA lady too?
So the three, and this is the first time in history that this has happened. So you have Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, and they're all black. All black. So Miss USA and Miss Teen USA also have natural hair. And people wanted to point that out. I think that I'm all here for the hair, but I also want to point out that in 3 different pageants, 3 different times, we have 3 black women that are reigning supreme, and they're all brown skin. So what I think is, hey, Tamara.
Hey, Tamara.
What I think is that we have to be aware of certain things, but I also want to be careful with this.
Talk about it. Please talk about it.
And the reason I want to be careful with it is because simply sometimes people who are on boards and they watch things that are going on and they say, you know what, we're going to do this. And then people let their guards down. This is, like I said, this is how I feel. You know, hey, y'all in the comments. If you don't agree, that's fine. We love to hear the feedback. But I think that sometimes it's just a thing to get you a little comfortable. It's not permanent. It's not permanent. It's kind of like, you know, it's like a luring thing. And you say, oh, okay, well, we gave them those black girls. Now what? I mean, realistically. And I'm not saying they're not deserving. I'm not saying that those are some beautiful women. I want to congratulate. But what I'm saying is, why they do it now? Why now? Because it's very rare that it happens. I think Miss DC or Miss Virginia was one of the girls that is now on Housewives of Potomac. We've had the Kenya Moores. We've had, but how long
Vanessa
was
Williams?
that? Vanessa Williams. But look at the time in between on each one, and they took Vanessa Williams when all she was trying to do was pay for school. I'm not saying that, you know, but the thing is, I think we need to look overall. Why was it given? Will it continue to happen that we will be judged on a fair playing field, or was it just done in this climate?
Mm.
And that's the thing.
You know what, Unique? I was gonna take a different angle, but I see where you're going, and let me tell you why I see where you're going. Right now, it's black is hot. You had
Right.
Black Panther come out, do $1 billion. I think in the WWE, the wrestling, there's a black champion right now. You got the Miss USA, the black people right now, just black. You know, we doing
Everything black.
they talk about doing a black James Bond movie. Right now, black is just trendy. So they're like, man, how can we feed these black people, make them feel like they're finally rising? But you also said something that that is taking me to my point. You said they're giving us this. And
right.
the angle I was gonna come from was I didn't need, now shout out to these sisters. Cause let me tell you something, Unique. That one sister, I forget which, because I don't really keep up with the Miss America and all that. All I know is, all I really remember is Steve Harvey said the wrong name or something. You remember that with the Miss USA?
Yes.
No, it's really this one. It was my fault, y'all. It was my fault. It was supposed to be this one right here.
Yeah, right. I remember that.
But one of them sisters is a lawyer, 28-year-old lady, graduated from Wake Forest. She's a
volunteers her time, for free.
Yeah, pro bono. She
right.
People who have gotten longer sentences, she volunteers for free to get them shorter sentences. She has a fashion blog because she said she was getting advice from when she was in law school or something. She was getting advice from one of her lawyer friends or whatever, and the lawyer friend was like, instead of wearing a pantsuit, you got to wear a skirt when you go before a judge, because that's what they want to see. I mean, I don't know. These are things that women deal with. I don't go through that, but I got a daughter, so that's important. And I say all that to say these sisters bad, but at the same time, I don't need a Miss USA pageant to put some black girls in front of me for me to value black women and black girls, if that makes any sense.
Got it.
Whether y'all put a black Miss USA or not, I'm still gonna be uplifting my daughter to let her know that she is superior. She is on her way to being a queen. Whether we got this Miss USA or not. I'm not even checking for Miss USA. Only reason I saw this because I was scrolling through Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So I think we put too much value in their stuff when we should have our own stuff. Shout out to Minister Farrakhan. That's where I'm at with it.
I'm totally here for it. I don't think that we should start our own. And I'm not sure, but I think there are some pageants that are out there. I'm just not sure of how popular they are. And when I say give, you mentioned a word. You said trendy. You said black is trending. I don't trend. I'm black.
Absolutely.
I'm not something that has come and gone. And the reason that we as people, and I'm going to stick with black females right now, especially because we're talking about pageants. Since you brought us here, they wanted us. Whether they've taken it by force and we've given birth to your babies. You have taken our shapes, our lips, our hips, our butts, everything that you said was wrong with us. And you tried to emulate it. And you've been doing it for centuries at this point. For centuries. I'm not trending. I am. You can't make me believe, and nothing against Elizabeth Taylor. She was an actress. Cleopatra was black. But that white woman wanted to be Cleopatra. I am. I'm not a trend. I am. And I'm really what you aspire to be. But we have to get that in our mind that I'm not going to try to meet your standards because you're paying to meet my standard. Period. I hate you.
Listen, the Bread Tuck Legacy. I'm not even going to comment on that. The Bread Tuck Legacy podcast.
I mean, am I wrong? I mean, if I'm wrong, but I welcome a conversation if I'm wrong, if you have your points. However, if I look over 400 years of history, you've inadvertently in everything that you've done have told me that I am. So I am.
Unique, let me tell you something unique. That's why I didn't interrupt you. I had to let you cook. See, when someone's in the kitchen and they cooking and it smells good and them biscuits are just, you just sniffing them biscuits in the oven.
I don't like you right now.
That dough just rising and
I don't like
the
you.
aroma's good. You just got to fall back and you got to let the cook. Man, that's why I had to let you go on your rant because you gave us so much game in that thing. Because when you said I am and you said it was something you said, I don't remember verbatim, even though you just said it, but you said it along the lines of you pay for our standards or something like that. You pay to look like us. I'm thinking about the Kim Kardashians. I'm thinking about the ones who go get the lip injections, the butt injections, and all that. I'm thinking, you're saying this, and I'm visualizing it. I'm going through my mind, and I'm thinking, 3 people that already done this that's not black. Just came to my head, just off the cuff.
Right.
So what you said is truth, man. Black women are the standard, man. And
I mean, think about it. You're sleeping and, I know we have time, but, what you're doing, what you're lacking, you'd rather procreate with a black man in hopes that your child would obtain the things that you had to go out and pay for. So when I say this, I say it in a way that we have to be comfortable. Oh my God, I hate you. I say it in a way that we have to be comfortable with who we are. And we can't listen to people telling us what we're not because your actions are telling me something different. Even from the way that some of them speak and they want to wear the cornrows and they think we speak this way. You're emulating something that we aren't all are. But you want to tell me what I'm not. Your actions don't line up with your words, and therefore I can hear you, but I'm not listening, and I'm not going to let that shape who I am. Because like I said, it goes back to actions speak louder than words. And all of your actions are telling me I am. So it doesn't matter what you think.
With that said, y'all, Bread Tuck Legacy podcast, another phenomenal week. I am. Man.
I am.
I just said I am, man. I'm gonna go tell my daughter, baby, you are.
And you have to. You have to. Period. And I might catch a little heat, and I hope not to, offend anyone. That's not what I'm trying to do. But like I said, if you have your points and you want to, hey, I'm all about the conversation. But just know your words need to line up with your actions. Shots fired.
Another phenomenal show, man. The Bread Tuck Legacy podcast. Unique. Tell them how they can reach you.
Okay, you can find me on YouTube at Unique B. I'm also on Podbean at Broke BTCH18. Okay, on Podbean. I'm also on Instagram at Broke BTCH18 as well. And you can always catch me with the Bread Tuck Legacy podcast. Also, for the for people that have subscribed to just this week alone to Bread Tuck Legacy and support, I really, really appreciate it. Shout
Thank
out,
you.
we'll have more, we'll have more content, definitely. And also, I just want to say, especially with Mother's Day next weekend, with my last comment, Black women, you are. You are the standard. You are great. You are life, the cradle of civilization. We all know where it started. I'm not even going to go there because I ain't arguing with no one on that one. You can type your words. I'm not going to respond on that one because we know the truth. So I just want you all to know that. Also, I had some issues for those of you who were looking for the Broke Bitch web series. I had some issues with getting it linked over. I was able to extract the words for the podcast. However, I was having some issues with the upload, but I'm going to figure all that out and work that out and have that there. And then I will also be posting soon on Broke Bitch, talking about a few things, including, is a baby nut necessary? Are we doing too much as people? Do you need a baby nut before a kid? And also this Chella-gate, Baychella versus Mayo Chella, people coming for Taylor Swift. I'm just
Cause
oh, Taylor.
She ain't. Beyonce is, but she ain't. Yeah.
She ain't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate you.
Yeah.
You know what? And see what you got. Oh, go ahead.
You say on pop. So what is on? So now I can, because the audio. I've been waiting for you to do audio. So now I got you on audio.
Podbean, like I said with the web series, especially because I told a lot of people I was going to start the Broke Bitch as a podcast. And the thing is, I've had issues. I didn't have an issue extracting, but I did have an issue uploading. So I got to work that out. And I'm hoping to have it worked out by tomorrow. And then I'll give you guys an update.
And give me your Podbean log in, because I'm finna.
It's Broke Bitch. Broke Bitch 18. Yeah.
And okay, so the same.
It's the same as
BTCH.
the Instagram. Right.
Okay.
BTCH 18. Right.
Yeah, I'm about to grab that right now. But check this out, y'all. I got the book Defeating the Struggle, Journal Entries of a Conqueror. Defeating the Struggle, Journal Entries of a Conqueror. That thing on Amazon right now, man. Go grab that thing, $14.95, man. Support my daughter, man. Support my daughter with that book, man. But y'all know what it is, man. And I'm just happy to have my partner Unique on this show. I'm happy to see that she's doing her thing, because that was the thing. When I brought my partner Unique in, I said, hey, still do what you doing outside of the show, because you gonna glow up. And you know, she got her things moving, man. And I love to see Black women, because I love to see Black women out here doing their thing, because we don't need others to create platforms for ours, because our sisters are the platform. And on that, Bread Tuck Legacy Podcast, man. I hear Unique's child screaming in the background because he agrees with me. For Bread Tuck Legacy Podcast, man, y'all need to take it easy.